following breaking news out of New York City, where a federal judge is now setting a trial date for the case against accused killer Luigi Mangione. Opening statements are set to begin on January 25th. The judge said it would be impossible to start any sooner because the defense cannot go through jury selection for the federal trial in the middle of the state trial against Mangione, and that trial begins in September. He is accused of gunning down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan back in 2024. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. With me today, NBC News legal analyst Misty Maris. So, Misty, very interesting. So the judge says that the defense may be able to now add to the jury questionnaire, depending on issues that may be coming up from all of the publicity surrounding the state trial. We know that prosecutors already objected to certain specific questions for jurors. So when they go through the screening process, what are both sides looking for in a juror?
Yeah, so this was the nature of the dispute today, was about what the jury questionnaire is going to look like. And this is really, really important because you're talking about this questionnaire going out to 800 prospective jurors that will be the ones who are potentially seated for the federal trial. And those questionnaires are going to dig into the primary purpose, which is, can you weed out people who have bias, whether or not it be from consuming in the media, from already making a determination, or maybe involvement or some type of tie to United Healthcare. It could be a whole plethora of things. So today, the judge went through the dispute between prosecution and defense with the questionnaire, but left that door open to potentially make changes. Because remember, this state trial is going to be playing out with that federal trial looming. So if certain information becomes public, those questionnaires may need to be updated to attack those areas that could potentially be something that both sides are looking for to determine whether or not a particular juror is biased.
And Misty, here's the thing. Just a few days ago, NBC News learned that Mangione's team was in talks about a potential plea deal, but apparently those talks fell apart. What happened there? And could that become a possibility again, even after the jury is seated?
Yeah, so we don't know what actually happened. I know the defense had taken the position that the fact this was coming out publicly is actually something that could prejudice or bias potential jurors. But plea talks are very common in any case. And you're talking about a consideration of a potential plea from the minute somebody is indicted straight up through the trial. You know, plea negotiations could take all the way up until that day. So whether or not they're resurrected, we don't know. That's something that usually happens behind closed doors.
All right, Misty Maris, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.